Hi, welcome to another edition of Kika Tips. My name is Michelangelo Barques and I'm your host. And today's episode is being sponsored by YouTube. Just for you quick to know, if you can't see the writing on this board, it says beginner. And that's today's lesson. Today's lesson is going to be geared towards the beginner, or those of us who are just starting to pick up the guitar, or just trying to grab some information. In later lessons, I'll have one for intermediate and one for advanced, because we all deserve to know a little bit about guitar. I mean, because that's why we have a passion for it. So today's lesson is geared for beginners. I don't know how to write it backwards, but it should say beginners. And the next lesson will be advanced and intermediate and so forth. Alright, so today's lesson, we're going to learn about open harmonics, and we're going to learn how to use our whammy bar. Just some simple licks, just for you beginners out there. I've been teaching for a while, maybe about 30 years, and I've seen it all. But yeah, anyway, first of all, you're going to need to get one of these. This is called a tremolo bar. And now, I know some of you who may have a Fender, you have a stock bridge that may be, goes down, but that's about it. You need a tremolo bar, a Floyd Rose, preferably. And then notice in my bridge is in mid-air, and it's held down by two screws, 1 and 2. And that's why when I use my bar, I can whack my strings out of sync, and it goes right back together again. And I've had a guitar that had a Kahler tremolo system. Kahler is okay if you just want to go down, but if you want to go down and up, I would probably prefer the Floyd, just because it gives you that fluctuation of being able to go down or even up. And so you have my expertise there. Get a Floyd, Floyd Rose, any color, gold, silver, black. This was during my Manson phase. I asked my guy Reed if I could get a black Floyd, and lo and behold, he placed it on there. Alright, so back to today's lesson. The first thing we're going to need to go over is your open harmonics. Because your open harmonics is what gives us that high pitch frequency. Now, the open harmonic can be done on a 12, 7, and a 5. Now notice when I'm holding the note, I'm not even pressing. See, this would be pressing. I'm just going over to the 12th fret bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And just touching it. Not pressing it, just touching it. And that's the same thing that's going to happen for the 7 and then the 5. So that's the first thing I want you beginners to try to do, is to get those down first. So you want to go to the 12, 7, and 5. Now after you get that, what you want to do is you want to be able to do that on all 6 strings. So you're going to go to the B string and go 12, 7, 5. And then you're going to go to the G string, 12, 7, 5. And so forth. Alright. Now once you get that down, you're ready for the next step. The next step is how to use your bar. Now when we're using a bar, we want to use the bar in a downward projection. See how I'm going down with the bar? I'm not going on the side, and I'm definitely not going backwards. Although if you have a Floyd, you can do that. But yes, you're going to go in a downward projection, and then you're just going to hit a harmonic. And when you hit a harmonic, if you jerk the bar like that, you should give it sort of a wavy kind of appeal. Anywhere. All right, and well, just to be on the same note of the wave, you can also dive with the bar. When you're hitting a note, you can dive, meaning you're just generally going to go down on the bar like that in one swoop. Yeah. Alright. Now for some easy tricks. Okay, this first one is called a European ambulance. The European ambulance is we're going to go from the 10 off the B to the 9 off the G, and you're just going to go back and forth. Now while you're doing that, you're just going to come down with the bar and make like the European ambulance is going down the street. So it looks like this. And I can't really do it slow because it would kind of change the effect. But I will go as slow as I can. Alright. Again, we're going to go to the 10 off to B, to the 9 off to G, and we're just going to go simultaneously back and forth while we're going to go down with the bar. So we're going to go like this. Alright, next trick. This next trick is called an airplane dive. I don't know why I call it that. Maybe because it sounds like those World War II movies where you hear the airplane going, meow. It's just a dive. In fact, what you would do is you would jerk the bar a little, just like that, and then you would dive. So, again, just like I can't go slow because I would take away from the effect. But I will try to go slow. See, and you can do it on any string. In fact, a student of mine taught me that was his way of doing